Did you know that Yemen is home to the world's oldest skyscrapers? These towering structures made entirely of mud brick have stood for centuries in the city of Shibam. Yet today, many of these architectural marvels stand empty, their residents fleeing a conflict that has turned their homeland into a war zone. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through Yemen's breathtaking landscapes and rich cultural heritage, all while navigating the harsh realities of a nation gripped by civil war. From the untouched beaches of Socotra Island to the bombed-out streets of Sana'a, prepare to witness the beautiful contradiction that is modern-day Yemen. And before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Did you know the world's first skyscrapers weren't built with steel and glass, but with mud? Welcome to Shibam, Yemen's Manhattan of the desert. This remarkable city, nestled in the Hadramaut Valley, is home to a collection of 16th century mud brick towers that rise dramatically from the desert floor. Shibam's skyline is a testament to human ingenuity and architectural brilliance. These ancient skyscrapers, some reaching heights of up to 30 meters, were constructed using nothing more than sun-dried mud bricks and timber. The city's builders developed innovative techniques to create these towering structures without the benefit of modern technology. They used a clever system of load-bearing walls that grow thicker at the base, ensuring stability and durability. The lower floors were built with stones to protect against rain damage, while the upper stories were made of lighter mud bricks to reduce the overall weight. What's truly remarkable is how these buildings have withstood centuries of harsh desert conditions. The hot, dry climate of Yemen's interior actually works in favor of these mud brick towers, helping to preserve them. The thick walls provide excellent insulation, keeping interiors cool during scorching days and warm during chilly desert nights. Windows are strategically placed to create natural ventilation, a clever design feature that has allowed these structures to remain habitable for generations. But despite their resilience, Shibam's ancient skyscrapers face numerous threats in the modern era. The ongoing conflict in Yemen has put these architectural wonders at risk. Lack of maintenance due to economic hardship and the displacement of local populations has left many buildings vulnerable to decay. Climate change also poses a significant threat, with increasing rainfall in the region potentially weakening the mud brick structures. Yet, these towering achievements represent far more than just impressive buildings. They are a tangible link to Yemen's rich architectural heritage, showcasing the ingenuity and skill of ancient builders. Shibam's unique cityscape earned it UNESCO World Heritage status in 1982, recognizing its outstanding universal value. These mud brick skyscrapers stand as a testament to Yemen's historical importance as a center of trade and culture in the Arabian Peninsula. Yemen's beauty extends far beyond its desert cities, but what if I told you there's a place so unique, it's often called the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean? Imagine an island where trees bleed red and plants look like they've been plucked from a science fiction movie. Welcome to Socotra, Yemen's hidden paradise that's unlike anywhere else on Earth. Socotra Island, often referred to as Yemen's Jewel of Arabia, is a biological treasure trove that rivals the Galapagos in its uniqueness. This otherworldly paradise boasts an astonishing level of biodiversity, with around 30% of its plant species found nowhere else on the planet. The island's alien-like landscape, characterized by its unusual plant life and rugged terrain, has captivated scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. At the heart of Socotra's enchanting ecosystem stands the iconic dragon's blood tree. This remarkable species, known for its distinctive umbrella-like shape, produces a vivid red sap that has been prized for centuries. Traditionally used for dye, medicine, and incense, this dragon's blood adds to the mystique of the island's flora. But the dragon's blood tree is just one of many marvels. Another notable endemic species is the Adenium abyssum socotranum, a plant with a thick, swollen trunk that stores water, allowing it to thrive in the island's arid condition. However, this natural wonder is under siege. The ongoing conflict in Yemen poses a significant threat to Socotra's delicate ecosystem. The instability has hindered effective management and protection of the island's biodiversity, leaving its unique species vulnerable. Climate change adds another layer of complexity to the island's uncertain future. Changes in rainfall patterns and rising temperatures could potentially alter the habitats of Socotra's endemic species, impacting their survival in ways we're only beginning to understand. Despite these challenges, Socotra represents a beacon of hope for Yemen's future. The island's relative safety compared to the mainland makes it an attractive destination for ecotourism. This potential could help fund vital conservation efforts and raise global awareness about the island's irreplaceable biodiversity. However, this opportunity comes with its own set of risks, as increased tourism could lead to environmental degradation if not carefully managed. As we marvel at Socotra's otherworldly beauty and its crucial role in global biodiversity, we're left with a sense of urgency. This island paradise serves as a powerful reminder of Yemen's natural wealth and the potential it holds. It stands as a testament to the resilience of nature, thriving for millennia in isolation. Yet, as we've seen with Yemen's ancient mud brick skyscrapers, even the most enduring wonders can be threatened by the tides of human conflict and environmental change. Yet, as we marvel at Yemen's natural wonders, a darker reality looms. The same instability that threatens Socotra's unique ecosystem has cast a long shadow over the entire nation, transforming it from a land of rich history and breathtaking landscapes into something far more ominous. From Socotra's alien flora to the mud brick marvels of Shibam, Yemen seems like a land frozen in time. But time hasn't stood still here. It's spiraled into chaos. How did this historic crossroads of culture become a flashpoint for global tensions? The story of Yemen's descent holds lessons for us all. Yemen's civil war, which erupted in 2014, has its roots in a long simmering power struggle between the Yemeni government and Houthi rebels. What began as a political conflict has morphed into a complex humanitarian crisis, engulfing millions of lives in its wake. The Houthi movement, primarily composed of Zaidi Muslims from northern Yemen, has harbored historical grievances against the central government since the unification of North and South Yemen in 1990. Feeling marginalized and underrepresented, as the conflict intensified, it drew in multiple factions, each with its own agenda. The chaos provided fertile ground for groups like Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula to seize territory and resources, further complicating an already volatile situation. The power vacuum created by the civil war has allowed these extremist elements to gain a foothold, adding another layer of complexity to Yemen's troubles. The humanitarian impact of this multifaceted conflict is nothing short of catastrophic. The International Committee of the Red Cross describes Yemen as experiencing a catastrophe, with severe shortages of food, fuel, water, and medicine, all exacerbated by ongoing violence. The situation has been likened to taking Yemen back at least a century in terms of development. Millions of Yemenis have been displaced, forced to flee their homes, and live under extremely difficult conditions. The numbers paint a grim picture of a nation in crisis. According to the United Nations, Yemen faces one of the worst humanitarian crises of our time, with widespread food insecurity affecting a significant portion of the population. The country's healthcare system has completely collapsed, leaving millions without access to basic medical care. Hospitals and clinics already struggling with limited resources have been further crippled by the ongoing violence. But Yemen's conflict isn't just a domestic issue, it has far-reaching geopolitical implications. Foreign powers like Saudi Arabia have intervened militarily to stop the Houthi advance, which they view as an extension of Iranian influence in the region. This intervention has transformed Yemen's civil war into a proxy battleground for regional powers, each vying for control and influence. In many ways, Yemen's war represents a microcosm of larger Middle Eastern power struggles. The internal divisions, foreign interventions, and competing interests at play in Yemen reflect broader regional tensions and conflicts. As various factions pull the country apart, the failure of the Yemeni state to maintain unity and stability has created a fragmented and chaotic landscape. As Yemen's cities lie in ruins, its people are waging a different kind of battle, one to save their cultural soul. In a land where poet warriors once ruled, a new generation of artists and craftspeople are taking up arms in the form of pens, paintbrushes, and traditional instruments. What can their struggle teach us about the power of culture in the face of destruction? Yemen's cultural heritage is a tapestry woven from centuries of tradition, from its distinctive cuisine to its intricate craftsmanship. One of the most unique aspects of Yemeni culture is its traditional wedding customs. Imagine the anticipation and emotion of a bride and groom meeting for the first time on their wedding day, surrounded by family and friends in a celebration that can last for days. These multi-day festivities are a testament to the importance of family and community in Yemeni society. But maintaining these rich traditions in the midst of a devastating civil war is no easy feat. The ongoing conflict has disrupted countless cultural gatherings and celebrations, with many Yemenis forced to flee their homes and communities. This displacement has created a dangerous gap in cultural transmission, as younger generations have fewer opportunities to learn and participate in traditional practices. Now, despite these challenges, Yemenis are showing remarkable resilience in preserving their cultural heritage. UNESCO has recognized the critical importance of safeguarding Yemen's cultural assets, including both its tangible heritage like historic cities and its intangible traditions. While the conflict poses significant obstacles to these preservation efforts, dedicated individuals and organizations continue to document and protect Yemen's cultural legacy. Across the country, artisans, musicians, and other cultural practitioners are finding innovative ways to keep their traditions alive. Many have turned to social media and other digital platforms to share their work, reaching wider audiences and maintaining cultural connections even in the face of physical separation. These efforts not only preserve Yemen's unique cultural identity, but also provide a vital sense of normalcy and continuity for a population living under the constant threat of violence. Yet as the conflict drags on, there's a growing fear that some of Yemen's centuries-old traditions may be lost forever. The potential disappearance of unique languages, art forms, and cultural practices looms large, threatening to erase vital aspects of Yemeni identity for future generations. However, in this struggle for cultural survival, we find a glimmer of hope for Yemen's future. Experts argue that engaging in cultural practices can provide much-needed psychological relief and a sense of stability for those living in conflict zones. By maintaining their traditions, Yemenis are not just preserving their past, they're building resilience for the future. As we've seen, Yemen is a land of stark contrasts and painful paradoxes. It's a place where ancient mud brick skyscrapers stand alongside bombed-out modern buildings, where otherworldly landscapes hide the scars of war, and where age-old traditions fight for survival in the face of unimaginable adversity. Yet through it all, the enduring spirit of Yemen's people shines through, offering a powerful lesson in resilience and the unbreakable bonds of cultural identity.